Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're going deep, uh, diving deep into DeFi,
Ooh, DeFi.
but with a twist. We're looking at which projects are really like making the biggest splash on social media.
Interesting.
And get this, it's not always the names you'd expect.
Yeah, that's right. We're going beyond the usual metrics,
Yeah,
like market cap and all that,
right.
diving into the world of likes and shares and comments and all that.
Yeah.
We're using data from Phoenix Group and Lunar Crush,
Okay.
and what we're seeing is fascinating.
Okay, so let's unpack this.
Yeah,
And we might as well start at the top.
sure.
Solana is absolutely crushing it with
Right.
a mind-blowing 46.6 million interactions in just 24 hours.
That's a lot.
What's fueling all this Solana love?
Well, Solana is known for its high-performance blockchain.
Okay.
It's incredibly fast,
Yeah.
with transaction speeds that make other blockchains look like they're standing still.
Right.
And the fees,
Yeah.
practically non-existent.
What?
We're talking fractions of a cent.
So for someone new to DeFi, what does that actually mean?
It means accessibility.
Okay.
Solana's low fees open up the world of DeFi to a much wider audience.
Yeah.
People who might have been priced out by the high gas fees on other blockchains
Right.
can now participate in all sorts of exciting opportunities.
Okay, so Solana is fast, cheap, accessible,
Yeah.
but with over 103,000 engaged posts.
Right.
It's clearly more than just hype.
Yeah.
What are people actually talking about when they're talking about Solana?
Well, before we go on, I think it's important to explain what we mean by engaged posts.
Okay.
We're not just looking at likes and shares.
Okay.
We're looking at posts that spark real discussions and debates.
Okay.
Posts that show genuine interest and involvement in a project.
Gotcha.
And Solana is generating a lot of that.
So it's not just a passing trend.
No,
It's sustained engagement.
exactly. People are excited about Solana's potential
Mm.
across various areas, not just in DeFi. It's also making waves in NFTs and gaming.
Interesting.
This versatility definitely adds to its appeal.
Yeah, it sounds like Solana's a bit of a multitasker.
It is.
Now, what about the runner-up in this social media marathon?
Coming in strong at number 2 is Ripple's XRP,
Right, XRP.
with a respectable 14.7 million interactions.
The one making a name for itself in the world of payments?
You are.
Am I right?
XRP is designed with a specific purpose in mind,
Okay.
facilitating cross-border payments.
Gotcha.
They're aiming to make it easier and cheaper for financial institutions to move money around the globe.
So if I'm a bank trying to send a large payment overseas,
Yeah.
XRP is a faster, more cost-effective option than traditional methods.
That's the idea.
Okay.
And with over 28,000 engaged posts, it seems like people are taking notice.
Okay, that's 2 heavy hitters already.
Yeah.
Let's move on to number 3 on the list, Chainlink.
Okay.
Now, I'll admit, this one is a bit of a mystery to me.
Uh-huh.
What exactly is Chainlink up to?
Chainlink is doing something absolutely vital for the DeFi ecosystem.
Okay.
They provide what are called decentralized Oracle solutions,
Okay.
which essentially act as bridges between blockchain programs
Okay.
or smart contracts
Yeah.
and real-world data.
Okay, I'm intrigued. Why are these bridges so crucial?
Think about it.
Yeah.
For DeFi applications to work,
Yeah.
they need access to accurate information from the outside world.
Hmm.
Things like asset prices, interest rates, even things like weather data.
Interesting.
Chainlink ensures that this data is delivered securely and reliably
Okay.
to these smart contracts.
So Chainlink is making sure that the DeFi world stays connected to the real world.
Precisely.
Otherwise, DeFi applications would be operating in a bit of a vacuum.
Yeah.
I see why that's important.
And recently, Chainlink has been generating a lot of buzz with its new staking features,
Staking, what does that mean in this context?
pushing them to over 5 million interactions. Staking essentially allows Chainlink holders to participate in the network's security and earn rewards for doing so.
Hmm.
It's a way to incentivize people to contribute to the network's stability,
Okay.
and it's clearly generating a lot of excitement within the community.
So Chainlink quietly becoming a DeFi powerhouse.
It is.
Now, who else is vying for our attention in this social media landscape?
Well, right behind Chainlink, we've got a heated battle going on between Avalanche and Hedera.
Oh, interesting.
They're both vying for the 4th and 5th spots.
Interesting. Give us the rundown on these two contenders.
Okay.
What makes them stand out?
Avalanche is all about speed.
Okay.
They utilize a unique technology called a subnet,
Okay.
which allows them to achieve incredibly fast transaction confirmations.
Okay.
We're talking near instant finality,
Wow.
which is a big deal for people who need their transactions processed quickly.
So if I'm impatient and I want to see my transactions go through immediately, Avalanche is the way to go.
You got it.
Got it.
Now, what about Hedera? What's their approach?
Yeah, what are they doing?
Hedera is taking a slightly different route.
Okay.
Um, they're using a super efficient consensus mechanism called a hash graph.
Okay.
This makes their network incredibly secure and scalable.
Okay.
But their primary focus is on enterprise applications and environmental sustainability.
So Avalanche is the speed demon, and Hedera is the eco-conscious enterprise solution.
I like that analogy.
It's like choosing the right tool for the job depending on your priorities.
And it seems like both of these approaches are resonating with the community, generating millions of interactions and thousands of engaged posts.
Okay, this is all fascinating, but we can't talk about social media darlings without addressing the elephant in the room.
Yeah.
Or should I say the Shiba Inu in the room?
Uh-huh.
We've got a meme coin cracking the top 5.
FLOKI.
FLOKI, what in the world is going on here?
FOKI.
Yeah.
It's a perfect example of how community engagement can come from the most unexpected places.
But how does a meme coin, often associated with jokes and speculation, garner this much attention? We're talking 1.8 million engagements. That's no laughing matter.
It really highlights the power of community-driven projects.
Okay.
Ifloki has a dedicated and incredibly active fan base that's constantly engaging on social media.
Okay.
They've also been very strategic with their marketing, tapping into internet culture and memes to reach a wider audience.
So even in the complex world of decentralized finance, sometimes a clever meme and a strong community can be a recipe for success.
I can.
Who would have thought?
It's a reminder that the DeFi space is constantly evolving.
Yeah.
And that innovation can come from the most surprising places.
Before we move on to some of the other rising stars in the DeFi social media scene, let's take a step back for a second. What can we glean from these top contenders? What's the bigger picture here?
It's clear that social media buzz is more than just hype. It's a strong indicator of a project's community strength, its ability to communicate its vision effectively, and ultimately its potential to make a real impact in the DeFi space.
And what's really exciting is that this is just the tip of the iceberg.
Right.
We've got a whole host of other projects making noise on social media.
You do.
Each with its own unique story to tell.
Exactly. The DeFi landscape is incredibly diverse and constantly evolving, with projects vying for attention and pushing the boundaries of what's possible.
Yeah.
And social media is giving us a front row seat to this evolution.
So after a quick break, we'll be back to explore some of those rising stars. What other hidden gems are waiting to be discovered? Stay tuned. All right, we're back and ready to explore some of the other DeFi projects generating buzz on social media.
Sounds good.
We've seen the top dogs,
Right.
but what about the underdogs? What hidden gems are out there?
Well, one project that's been catching my eye is Injective Protocol.
Oh, okay.
They're aiming to shake things up in the world of decentralized derivatives trading.
Okay, I'm going to need a quick explainer here.
Sure.
Decentralized derivatives. What does that even mean for someone who's not a Wall Street wizard?
Essentially, it allows you to speculate on the future price of assets without going through traditional intermediaries like banks or brokerage firms.
Right.
Injective Protocol is building a platform where you can trade these derivatives directly with other users.
Okay.
Cutting out the middleman and giving you more control over your investments.
So it's kind of like DeFi, but for more sophisticated traders who are comfortable with things like futures, contracts, and options.
That's a good way to put it.
Okay.
They're also making waves with their focus on cross-chain interoperability. That means they're building bridges between different blockchains, allowing assets and data to flow more freely between them.
Ah, so they're tackling that whole walled garden problem that some blockchains have.
Exactly.
Making it easier for different DeFi ecosystems to work together.
Exactly. And with over 1 million interactions on social media, it seems like people are excited about the possibilities Injective Protocol is unlocking.
It definitely sounds like they're pushing the boundaries of what's possible in DeFi.
They are.
Now, what about Tezos? I've heard that name floating around, but I'm not quite sure what their niche is.
Tezos is doing some really interesting things in terms of blockchain governance and security.
Okay.
They've implemented a self-amending protocol.
Okay.
Which means the blockchain can upgrade and adapt over time without the need for contentious hard forks.
So no more of those messy blockchain splits where the community gets divided over which direction to take?
Right.
That's a pretty big deal.
That is. It makes Tezos much more agile and future-proof.
Okay.
They're also big on something called formal verification,
Formal verification.
which is a way to mathematically prove the correctness of smart contracts.
That sounds intense. Why is that so important?
Think about it this way. When you're dealing with financial transactions on a blockchain, security is paramount.
Right.
Formal verification helps ensure that smart contracts are free from bugs and vulnerabilities,
Okay.
making the whole system more secure and reliable.
So Tezos is all about building a solid foundation for DeFi applications.
Yeah.
Making sure they're secure, reliable, and able to evolve over time.
That's right.
With over 400,000 interactions.
Yeah,
It seems like they're striking a chord with the community.
indeed. Now, shifting gears a bit, let's talk about Render Network.
Render Network.
They're addressing a really interesting challenge in the world of 3D graphics and rendering.
Honestly, that one's completely off my radar.
Okay.
What are they up to?
They're tackling the problem of decentralized GPU rendering.
Okay.
It's a bit technical.
Right.
But basically, when you're creating complex 3D graphics,
Right.
you need a lot of computing power.
Okay.
Traditionally, this means relying on expensive and centralized data centers.
So think Pixar movies, video games, that kind of thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Those stunning visuals require massive amounts of processing power.
Yeah.
Render Network is changing the game by creating a decentralized network of computers
Okay.
that can contribute their GPU power to handle these rendering tasks.
So instead of relying on these big corporations with their huge server farms,
Right.
they're tapping into a distributed network of individual computers.
You got it.
Kind of like crowdsourcing for computing power.
This makes high-quality rendering much more accessible and affordable for artists, game developers,
Wow.
and anyone working with complex 3D graphics.
That's brilliant. It democratizes access to this kind of technology,
It does.
which traditionally has been pretty exclusive.
Right.
And with over 1 million interactions, it seems like people are catching on to the potential here.
Absolutely. Now, last but not least, let's talk about VitChain.
Fishing. Okay.
They're bringing blockchain technology to the world of supply chains.
Supply chains.
Uh-huh.
So we're talking about tracking products from the factory floor all the way to the store shelves.
Precisely. VitChain uses blockchain technology to create a transparent and tamper-proof record
Okay.
of every step in a product's journey.
Okay.
This can help businesses improve efficiency, reduce fraud, and give consumers more confidence in the products they buy.
Okay. I'm seeing the appeal here.
Yeah.
No more counterfeit goods slipping through the cracks.
Right.
And consumers can actually trace the origin of their products.
Exactly.
It's like a digital passport for every item.
That's a great way to put it. And with nearly 700,000 interactions, it seems like both businesses and consumers are taking notice of VitChain's potential.
This is all incredible. It seems like the DeFi space is really branching out,
It is.
tackling all sorts of real-world problems that we encounter every day.
It is.
It's not just about financial speculation anymore. It's about building a better future.
That's a key takeaway here.
Mm-hmm.
We're witnessing the emergence of a new paradigm
Yeah.
where blockchain technology is being used to create more transparent, efficient, and equitable systems across various industries.
Yeah.
And social media is giving us a glimpse into this exciting evolution as it unfolds.
So we've covered a lot of ground today.
We
From high-speed transactions to supply chain transparency.
Yeah.
But with all this innovation happening, how do we as informed individuals make sense of it all?
That's a great question.
What are the key factors we should be considering when evaluating these DeFi projects?
That's the million-dollar question. And it's something we'll be diving into after the...
All right, we're back and ready to get down to brass tacks.
Okay.
We've seen all these DeFi projects making waves on social media.
Yeah.
But how do we separate the substance from the hype?
Yeah, that's the key question, isn't it?
Yeah.
Social media buzz can be a great starting point, but it's only one piece of the puzzle.
Yeah.
It's like seeing a flashy trailer for a movie.
Right.
It might get you excited,
Right.
but you need to know more before you decide if it's worth watching.
So what are some of the things we should be looking for when we're evaluating these DeFi projects? What questions should we be asking?
First and foremost, we need to dig into the fundamentals.
Okay.
What problem is this project trying to solve? Is there a real need for this solution in the market?
Okay.
Are they addressing a genuine pain point?
Yeah.
Or are they just creating a solution in search of a problem.
Right. So it's not just about the technology itself. It's
Right.
about the real world application.
Yeah.
A shiny new blockchain doesn't mean much
Right.
if it's not actually solving a problem that people care about.
Exactly. A flashy website and a bunch of technical jargon
Yeah.
don't mean anything if the project isn't addressing a genuine need.
Right.
The next thing to look at is the team behind the project.
Okay.
Who are the founders?
Yeah.
What's their experience?
Mm.
Do they have a proven track record in the blockchain space?
Right.
Or are they just jumping on the bandwagon?
So it's like checking references for a job applicant.
Yeah, exactly.
We want to see if they have the skills and the expertise
Right.
to actually pull off what they're promising.
Precisely. And it's not just about the core team.
Right.
Look at their advisors, their partners, their investors.
Okay.
Are they aligned with reputable players in the industry?
Right.
Do they have the support and backing of people who know what they're doing?
It's all about credibility and trust, right?
Absolutely.
We want to see if the project has the support
Right.
of people who have a solid reputation in the space.
Now, let's not forget about the technology itself.
Yeah, of course.
Is it innovative? Is it scalable? Is it secure?
Right.
This is where it can get a bit technical.
Yeah.
But there are resources available to help you understand the basics.
So we need to do our due diligence,
Yeah.
read the white paper, look for third-party audits, try to understand the underlying technology and its potential limitations.
Exactly. And don't be afraid to ask questions. Join the project's community forums, engage with the developers, and seek out information from trusted sources.
Yeah.
Knowledge is power, especially in the DeFi space.
Speaking of community, that seems to be a recurring theme here.
It is.
We've seen how a strong community can propel a project,
Yeah.
like FLOCI, into the spotlight.
Yeah.
But how do we assess the strength of a community?
Right.
What are some of the signs of a healthy and engaged community?
Look beyond the surface.
Okay.
Don't just focus on the number of followers or likes.
Right.
Dive into the community forums, Discord servers, Telegram groups.
Mm-hmm.
Are people actively discussing the project?
Okay.
Are they providing constructive feedback?
Right.
Are they passionate about the project's mission and vision?
So it's about quality over quantity.
It is.
We're looking for genuine engagement, a sense of shared purpose,
Right.
and a community that's actively contributing to the project's development.
Exactly. A thriving community is a sign that the project is resonating with people, that it's building momentum, and that it has the potential to grow and evolve over time.
Okay.
It's one of the most valuable assets a DeFi project can have.
Okay, so we've covered problem solving, team credibility,
Right.
technology, and community. Anything else we should be keeping an eye on as we navigate this DeFi landscape?
One crucial element we haven't talked about yet is tokenomics.
Tokenomics.
How is the project's token distributed? What are its use cases?
Okay.
Is there a clear roadmap for its development and integration into the ecosystem?
Tokenomics, that's a whole other layer of complexity.
It is.
I'm guessing this is where we need to understand things like supply and demand,
Yes.
token utility, and the overall economic model of the project.
You're exactly right.
Yep.
A well-designed tokenomics model
Yeah.
can incentivize participation, drive adoption, and create long-term value for token holders.
Right.
It's a critical piece of the puzzle.
This is a lot to take in.
It is.
But I'm starting to feel more equipped to approach DeFi investing with a critical eye. It's not just about chasing hype or following the crowd.
Right.
It's about doing your research and understanding the fundamentals.
That's the key takeaway here.
Yeah.
The DeFi space is full of exciting opportunities,
Right.
but it's also full of potential pitfalls.
Right.
It's crucial to be informed, to ask the right questions, and to make educated decisions based on solid research.
Yeah.
And remember, it's okay to start small and learn as you go.
So as we wrap up this deep dive into the world of DeFi social media stars,
Yeah.
what's the one piece of advice you want our listeners to walk away with?
Don't get swept up in the hype.
Okay.
Look beyond the flashy marketing and the social media buzz.
Right.
Focus on the fundamentals, the problem being solved, the team behind the project, the underlying technology, the strength of the community, and the tokenomics.
Right.
These are the pillars of a successful and sustainable DeFi project.
That's excellent advice.
I think so.
And I think it applies not just to DeFi, but to any emerging technology.
It does.
We need to be curious, critical thinkers, and informed investors.
Absolutely.
And on that note, we'll leave you with one final thought to ponder.
Okay.
What What role do you see DeFi playing in the future of finance?
Hmm.
How will it impact our lives in the years to come?
Think about that and let us know your thoughts. Until next time, keep diving deep.
Happy exploring, everyone!